You know what's so funny? And I do mean this is funny. You guys crack me up. Now, you were all for Taylor Swift. She was baking her little Democrat cookies, her little Joe Biden cookies coming out. Vote for Biden. And then she did the same thing for Kamala Harris. You guys were like, yay, Kamala. And like, she endorsed Kamala and all this, that, and the other.
Governor Walz, I want to ask you about your prep for that debate with J.D. Vance coming up. But while we have been talking, somebody's just handed me something.
All right, MAGA fam, buckle up for a wild ride. And it's time to dive into the glittery, drama-filled world of Taylor Swift, pop icon, political lightning rod, and now Travis Kelce's fiance with a ring that's practically blinding. You can see it from space maybe, but let's get real here, folks. Do you still crank up her tunes like Shake It Off, or has her music lost its appeal, its shine, its luster, now that she's all in with the Democrat crowd, cozying up to Kamala Harris and MSNBC's woke parade that they put on, and Rachel Maddow and Tim Walz leading the charge? I'm going to show you that little stroll down memory lane. What's the vibe? Let me know. Do you love her, loathe her, or just roll your eyes at her latest lefty sermon? And that engagement to Travis Kelce, is it a touchdown for true love, or just another headline grabbing fumble, or was it just written into their contract? In today's video, we're serving up a red-hot compilation of Taylor Swift's political faceplants, her Kamala Harris hype that crashed and burned, and why her MSNBC fangirling isn't winning any conservative hearts. So smash that like button if you're fed up with Hollywood elites. Subscribe to join the MAGA squad, and share this video to spread the truth far and wide. Let's make it go viral, folks. Drop a comment down below. Are you still a Swiftie, or is she canceled in your book? What's your take on that massive rock on her finger? And let's get those keyboards fired up and start a Patriot party in the comment section.
And I'm going to do sort of a not very TV thing, and I'm going to read it to you in totality. I'm going to read you the whole thing because this was, I don't think you know about this, but this was just posted online by a woman you might have heard of whose name is Taylor Swift. And she has posted this online along with a photo of her cat. And I'm going to read to you what she just posted. Quote, like many of you, I watched the debate tonight. If you haven't already, now is a great time to do your research on the issues at hand and the stances these candidates take on the topics that matter to you the most. As a voter, I make sure to watch and read everything I can about their proposed policies and plans for this country. Recently, I was made aware that AI of me, quote me, falsely endorsing Donald Trump's presidential run was posted to his site. It really conjured up my fears around AI and the dangers of spreading misinformation. It brought me to the conclusion that I need to be very transparent about my actual plans for this election as a voter. The simplest way to combat misinformation is with the truth. Then she says, quote, I will be casting my vote for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz in the 2024 presidential election.
About the day when you wake up and find that's what you're looking for. It's been here the whole time. If you can see the I'm the one who understands you. Been here all along, so why can't you see?
I'm voting for Kamala Harris because she fights for the rights and causes I believe need a warrior to champion them. I think she is a steady-handed, gifted leader, and I believe we can accomplish so much more in this country if we're led by calm and not chaos. I was so heartened and impressed by her selection of running mate Tim Walz, who has been standing up for LGBTQ plus rights, IVF, and a woman's right to her own body for decades. I've done my research, and I've made my choice. Your research is all yours to do, and the choice is yours to make. I also want to say, especially to first-time voters, remember that in order to vote, you have to be registered. I also find it's much easier to vote early. I will link where to register and find early voting dates and info in my story. With love and hope, Taylor Swift, signed Childless Cat Lady. I have to get your response to that, Mr. Governor.
All those things, I am incredibly grateful, first of all, to Taylor Swift. I say that also as a cat owner, a fellow cat owner. Look, Swifties, you heard it. We know that it's there. That was eloquent, and it was clear. And that's the type of courage we need in America to stand up. We've seen it out of those Republicans who were at the DNC. We've seen it out of women who would like to have their own personal lives kept personal, but are forced to go out there because they nearly died because they can't get abortion services in a pregnancy. And now you have somebody like Taylor Swift coming out, making that very clear. This would be the opportunity, Swifties. KamalaHarris.com. Get on over there. Give us a hand. Get things going.
Man, y'all went ziggity boo, cuckoo, cachoo, crazy for that shit. So much so that you're over here listening to fucking billionaires telling you how to fucking vote. Like, what?
What we won't do, however, is engage in what is a federal effort. That is to say, they have their job, immigration. We have our job, which is to fight violent crime on the streets of our city. And by the way, we're succeeding at that job. But when they bring people in and don't coordinate with us, they're going to cause enormous problems.
Is AOC a net positive to society?
I would say net positive, yes.
More than Musk is?
Yes, absolutely.
Really? Tell me why.
Because AOC wants to introduce a Green New Deal, and I think that the New Deal is the closest thing.
For $30 trillion?
Okay, Trump literally just added $3.4 trillion to our
a big
deficit,
difference
so I really don't want to hear.
Between 30 trillion and
okay, so I'm saying,
3 trillion.
I'm saying that
I apologize.
No, he's perfect.
I'm breaking all the rules. I'm breaking all the rules.
Well, I guess we might make some mistakes. Who knows?
I think one of the biggest problems we have in DC is that everyone's egos are too big.
I actually just prefer to have no titles at all.
You're opening yourself up.
I'm just being me. Let's go.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Woo! And then you just completely ignored the fact that Taylor Swift had never been political at all until Mr. George Soros bought that bitch's fucking whole music catalog. And then, boop, all of a sudden, she's a Democrat. Of course she is. Of course she would endorse the very man that gave George Soros the Medal of Freedom. George Soros. You guys just don't fucking understand how much he hates all of us combined.
Here's a brief history of the ownership of Taylor Swift's music catalog. Taylor Swift signed her record deal with Big Machine Records in 2005, which gave the ownership of the masters of her first 6 studio albums to the label. In June 2019, Scooter Braun purchased Big Machine Records, and thus the masters of Swift's first 6 albums, in a deal funded by various private equity firms. Taylor Swift stated that this deal was funded by the Soros family, 23 Capital, and the Carlyle Group. In October 2020, Scooter Braun sold the old masters to Shamrock Holdings, an investment firm of the Disney family. In response to these events,
he hates you on the left, he hates us on the right, he hates anybody and everybody who doesn't do anything that he fucking says.
And let me know if you hate losing money, if you hate wasting money, overpaying for healthcare, and not actually getting the coverage that you need and you deserve, the best coverage for you and your particular situation. I know that Lori doesn't have to worry about that. And Lori left this comment on my video as well as shared one with Michelle. And she says, "Hey, Kevin, as of today, my hubby is on Medicare. He worked with Ashley at Chapter early on with how to apply. And this past Friday, he called her and they realized he didn't have Part D. And she also found him a very reasonable Part G. He needed to get it done on Friday evening or face penalties for the rest of his life. Ashley with Chapter took care of everything he needed on the spot, 5 p.m. Thanks so much to you and Michelle, Lori in Montana." Thank you, Lori. We appreciate you. We're just happy that you got taken care of. We're happy that you didn't delay and you made the phone call and you were able to take advantage of this amazing opportunity that we've been sharing with folks, I think, since April. And so this is just great news. This is good news. And Lori, did we run into you in a coffee shop in Kalispell, Montana? Was that you?
Need to find an appropriate car wash because this one is a touchless car wash, and we got much more that we need to get accomplished here. Hey, we got tires. I'm ready to roll. But first, coffee. Bloxburg gives you more detail. He showed him to me. He does like these really long builds, of like these replicas of places.
And Taylor Swift is no exception. Like, I remember when she was so butthurt and so pissed. George Soros bought my whole music catalog. Taylor Swift don't even fucking own Taylor Swift. George Soros does. And then after that is when she came out as a Democrat.
And I think it's important to say that, you know, anyone who has experienced or been in the United States for any period of time and experienced this country's history and knows it cannot have believed that it would be easy to elect a woman president, let alone a woman of color. Mm-hmm. Let's just be clear. Mm-hmm. And nothing that was true yesterday about how flawlessly this campaign was run is not true now. I mean, this really was an historic, flawlessly run campaign. She had Queen Latifah never endorses anyone. She came out and endorsed. You know, I mean, she had every prominent celebrity voice. She had the Taylor Swiftie to the Swifties. She had the Beehive. Like, you could not have run a better campaign in that short period of time. And I think that's still true.
Because before Harry Styles became a #1 hit, a Jonas Brother, probably every fucking song that Taylor Swift wrote was about her experience picking the wrong man. And here all of y'all are like, she said we should vote for Joe Biden.
Let's talk a little bit about pop culture. Following
My
the
favorite
debate.
topic.
Yes, I know you're a big pop culture guy, and you're big on Taylor Swift. She endorsed
Not really,
Vice President Kamala Harris, writing in part this quote: "I'm voting for Kamala Harris because she fights for the rights and causes I believe need a warrior to champion them." She goes on to say, quote, "I think she is a steady-handed, gifted leader, and I believe we can accomplish so much more in this country if we are led by calm and not chaos. With love and hope, Taylor Swift, childless cat lady." John, your reaction to that? I know, former President Trump's supporters are going to be his supporters no matter what, right, regardless of what happened in this debate or if we have another one. Do you think this moves the needle at all when someone as popular as Taylor Swift, you're already nodding your head?
Maybe it had an effect in 2020, and I know Taylor Swift has the ability to get a lot of people registered to vote at her concert, but this is, again, not new. We knew that Taylor Swift was going to vote for Kamala Harris, whether she posted about it or not. This is not one of those things. And there's a diminishing return on the effect that she's going to have compared to what happened in 2020. I don't want to completely downplay what this means, but what she's doing is showing her support for her fellow childless cat ladies. Those people were never going to vote for Donald Trump anyway.
What I was basically saying is that we're effectively run in this country via the Democrats, via our corporate oligarchs, by a bunch of childless cat ladies who are miserable at their own lives and the choices that they've made, and so they want to make the rest of the country miserable too. And it's just a basic fact. You look at Kamala Harris, Pete Buttigieg, AOC, the entire future of the Democrats is controlled by people without children. And how does it make any sense that we've turned our country over to people who don't really have a direct stake in it?
And Taylor Swift saying this now might get a lot of likes on social media, but one thing those of us who live in the real world know is social media is not the real world. And Taylor Swift was going to vote for Kamala Harris anyway, with or without this tweet.
You know, the interesting fact about her weighing in on that, at least for me, when I saw it, woke up this morning and saw the endorsement by her. When you ask anyone that's responding to these polls, what are your biggest issues? You know, it's immigration, but the big thing is crime, feeling safe, obviously, inflation, the economy, having enough money to provide food on the table.
And none of those things affect Taylor Swift.
None of those things affect her at all.
She's going to be just fine.
Security.
Right.
She has billions of dollars in empire. The things that affect everyday Americans do not affect her, and you see this person voting on vibes alone. MSNBC, by the way, jumping on this one, throwing some serious weight. What?
This is someone who crosses it all. This is, I think, the most important celebrity endorsement we've ever seen. The timing on it is absolutely exquisite. The wording of it is flawless and perfect, right down to the cat lady stuff. It is, for someone who's never been impressed by a celebrity endorsement, this is perfect and powerful.
I am incredibly grateful, first of all, to Taylor Swift. I say that also as a cat owner, a fellow cat owner. Look, Swifties, you heard it. We know that it's there. That was eloquent, and it was clear. And that's the type of courage we need in America to stand up.
What a time to be alive, where grown men are that affected by a tweet that a pop singer can put out. Again, I'm not completely downplaying her importance and her ability to rally people to do things. I just don't think it's going to have the same effect that it had in 2020 or much of effect at all. Do people who are having trouble paying grocery bills actually care what she has to say? I don't think so.
It's not the overspending, it's the cost of living. Here is a breakdown of the average Gen Z and millennials' cost of living in today's world. So number one is rent. Everyone knows that Gen Z and millennials have to have a roommate. So splitting a 2-bedroom apartment with utilities is around $1,500. If you have a car, a $12,000 to $15,000 used car is still going to run you $400 a month. Car insurance and gas is another $300. Student loan payment, $500. You're going to have groceries for $500. You're going to have personal care, doctor's appointments, hair, gym, about $150, and then cell phone and miscellaneous $150. That's $3,500 a month, which is baseline. Do you know how much $3,500 a month is? $70,000 a year, or $34 an hour. Because after you take out taxes, put $300 for health insurance, and do a healthy $500 401k contribution, that leaves you at $3,500. This is no fun, no savings, no maintenance, no clothes, no kids, no traveling, no vacations, no bachelor parties, no weddings, no funerals, no clothes, no school supplies, nothing. And this is paycheck to paycheck. And on top of it, they're holding $40,000 of student loan debt, a $15,000 car, and if they ever wanted to buy a house with closing costs and the down payments, another $50,000. So they need $105,000. So even if they were somehow able to scrounge up after $70,000 of paycheck to paycheck, $5,000 to go to a concert, to have avocado toast, whatever it is, $5,000 a year, it would take them 20 years to pay off this debt and save up for a house. 20 years of living with the roommate where that rent's going up, and they're making $70,000 a year as a college graduate. The average person in this country makes $50,000. It is not the overspending. It is a cost of living crisis.
How much for your tickets? $600, $900, $430, $3,000 each. $600,
$700,
$440, $1,000 each.
$700 each.
$600, $350, $350. Oh, I cannot say. What do you mean you can't say?
So are you going to the Taylor Swift concert in December?
I am actually going to the Taylor Swift concert in December.
How much did you pay for those tickets?
$450.
Do you know how much the average ticket costs right now?
My cousin just texted me that she was looking at tickets for around $3,500.
For the cheapest one?
Yeah. Apparently it jumped up to $5,000 on a different day.
You could probably resell yours for a similar kind of return.
We were considering it, but it was the prospect of going and having that experience versus like making some money. Also, it kind of is sickening to think about making that kind of money. You know what I mean? Everybody wants to go. Of course, everyone wants to go. It's an incredible concert.
Do you live in Vancouver full time?
Yeah, I still live with my family, but I heard that the hotel prices went up exponentially.
Do you know how much they've gone up?
Well, my dad travels a lot for work, and he was saying that like a normal hotel that was like $200 is now going for over $1,000.
Actually, we looked it up, and Sandman Hotel, for example, was $200.
$91.
91?
Yeah. 91! 91! Like 91.5? Yeah. Wow.
I don't even remember. $5.50. We paid $90. The second $90. I've only met two people. $90. You're one of them. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. We're very proud of that.
Yeah, you should be proud.
$100. But can we see? We're not sure.
We don't know. Can I ask you how much? I love your outfit.
$86.
Wait. You just beat the record. You're $86?
Yeah. $0. I don't have a ticket.
What are you going to do?
Be miserable outside.
I digress. I'm going back. Anyways, before all of that, she was a sweet, wholesome Christian country music artist. And then she got tainted by George motherfucking Soros, motherfuckers. He's a damn devil. Look, man, I don't look at many people and go, ooh, that motherfucker's Satan. Literally, two people on this planet, George motherfucking Soros and his fucking son. Devils. Oh, maybe three. Gavin Newsom, of course. The devil is a Democrat. Tom McDonald. You would shit on Tom McDonald, but at least he doesn't have to ask Uncle George Soros, hey George, can I wipe my ass today? I mean, some of you motherfuckers would allow your parents to mortgage their house so you don't burn theirs down just so they buy you a Taylor Swift concert ticket. $15,000 a piece. Bitch, for $15,000, Taylor motherfucking Swift, you better come up to me and the I better have front row. You better grab me and say, motherfucker, you spent $15,000 to see me, Jen. I'm gonna write a song about you. That's what 15 motherfucking grand better get me. I can't believe it. The Eros Tour. What was it? The Eros? I don't fucking know. Sounds like some fucking swingers club. But how dumb are you? How dumb are you? How dumb are you? Where you can literally listen to somebody who doesn't even give a fuck about none of you. Let's just keep it 100. You claim that Trump doesn't give a shit about us. Well, I hate to break it to you. Taylor Swift don't give a shit about you.
A Taylor Swift fan died during Friday night's concert in Rio de Janeiro as the city came under a heat warning. Fans chanted water in order to get security and staff to bring water to fans who were suffering of dehydration.
Do you see that?
The stadium where the Brazilian show was held banned fans from bringing water bottles. Ana Clara, 23, fainted while at the show and is believed to have had a cardiac arrest. It should be illegal to not be allowed to bring in your own water because
Taylor Swift is engaged. Taylor Swift is engaged. Taylor Swift is engaged. Come back to me. She just posted it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, it's huge. The ring is ginormous. This is so exciting.
I have a biochem midterm today, but Taylor and Travis just got engaged. Due to this information, I can't focus. You all can't focus. Class is canceled. Get out of here. We gotta go. We need time to process this information.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, it's on her Instagram. It's on her Instagram. It's on her Instagram. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I feel like Paul Revere right now. Like This is a very exciting moment for me in my professional career because I get to announce that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are engaged. As you're talking to Joe Lang, our lovely producer Gabby Ake texted me and said Taylor Swift's engaged, and you can see it right there on her social media. She put it up in that post that they got engaged with the caption, "Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married," with a little dynamite sign there. So very exciting here that we get to break that and tell you about that.
I'll ask you a serious question, but I have to tell you the biggest pop culture news of the year broke while we were in this cabinet meeting. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are engaged, and the world wants your reaction, sir.
Well, I wish him a lot of luck.
Oh.
No, I think he's a great player. I think he's a great guy, and I think that she's a terrific person. So I wish them a lot of luck.
On a serious note.
All right, Swifties for life. I have a feeling, though, based on his prior statements, the president will not be having a Taylor Swift wedding in the ballroom. Hopefully that can shift and change. We can have some world peace, right? Olivia Rinaldi, thank you so much.
Reed, I volunteer to cover it in case you need. I'll be there to cover it.
Thank you for the sacrifice, Olivia. We appreciate you, my friend.
Shake it off, shake it off. You guys should just download Tom McDonald's music anyways. He's an independent artist and he's awesome.
And thank you all for the love and support. Without you, none of this would be possible. Every donation, super thanks, sent through YouTube, memberships here and on Patreon keep us going. Hopefully taking this show on the road here very soon and bringing our voice to you and making an impact for what is to come. Because our fight isn't over, even though we're truly blessed and winning every day that we wake up and touch ground. And it doesn't matter if you're in California, Texas, Iowa, Florida, New York, or Kansas. We're all in this together. And today, I want to talk about something that affects so many of us and our loved ones, Medicare. Folks, the Medicare enrollment period is right around the corner. And I cannot stress enough how critical it is to take action now. Whether you're new to Medicare or already enrolled, these periods, like the annual enrollment period from October 15th to December 7th, are your chance to make sure you're set up for success. Waiting until the last minute or assuming your current plan is good enough can lead to costly mistakes that could haunt you for years, maybe even for the rest of your life on Medicare. And let me share a couple of real world examples to drive this point home. Imagine a retiree. Let's call her Susan from Florida. Susan thought her Medicare plan was fine and she'd be on it for years. Didn't want the hassle of reviewing it. But when she needed emergency surgery, she found out her plan didn't cover the specialist she needed. She was stuck with thousands of dollars in out-of-pocket costs. Now, if she reviewed her options during the enrollment period, she could have switched to a plan that covered her needs and saved her from the financial nightmare that she now faces. Then there's John from Texas, who procrastinated on enrolling in a Part D prescription drug plan because he didn't need meds yet. Yeah, when he was diagnosed with a chronic condition, he faced a lifetime penalty, paying higher premiums every single month because he missed the initial enrollment window. And these aren't just stories, they're warnings. Delays or inaction during Medicare enrollment can lead to overpaying for coverage, gaps in care, or penalties that stick with you for life. And here's the truth. Most seniors are not on the best Medicare plan for their needs. And according to studies, many are either overpaying for the same coverage that they could get elsewhere for less, or they're stuck with plans that leave them exposed in the event of an emergency. Whether it's a hospital stay, a specialist visit, or a new prescription, the wrong plan can cost you thousands of dollars or leave you scrambling when you least expect it. But here's the good news. You don't have to navigate this alone. You don't have to wait until it's too late. That's where our incredible friends and partners at Chapter come in. They're offering free Medicare help and consultation to make sure you're on the right plan for you. And you can reach them right now at the number that you guys see on the screen. At the number you see on your screen, 270-467-2426. And here's why Chapter is different. They work for you, not big insurance companies or the government. In under 20 minutes, their expert advisors can review your current plan and compare it against thousands of options available in your area. And if you're already on the best possible plan for your needs, then they'll just tell you, no strings attached. But if there's a better option, one that saves you money or gives you better coverage, well, they'll walk you through how to switch, even if it's to a plan that pays them nothing. That's right. Schedule a consultation, take control of your Medicare plan, protect your health, and save your hard-earned money, because you deserve peace of mind no matter where you are. Again, let me know, California, Texas, Iowa, Florida, New York, Kansas, or anywhere in between. Let's keep the momentum going here, folks. Share this message, spread the word, and let's make sure everyone we care about is ready for what's ahead. Again, thank you for being part of this community, and let's keep fighting the good fight together.